Hello everyone, this is Gabriela Bater Salinas and I'm going to be your host for this podcast called Exploring New Places. This podcast will talk about all the places that one wonders and thinks about going without actually being able to travel due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We will explore new destinations, local, out of state and foreign, of where to travel once the pandemic ends. Many of the destinations will be about the places that are often overlooked or not considered because people go to the same usual places that are most popular. Here, we will explore popular and unpopular destinations. You might ask, what exactly are you going to talk about? And to answer that question, I will be talking about the destination's food, culture, activities, restaurants, and people. This podcast is perfect for people that can't travel yet and wishes they could. So I will try to explain everything that one may be interested when visiting the destinations. Let's get right into it. So our first destination will be El Salvador. This foreign country, geographically located in Central America, has tropical weather and a Pacific Ocean coast. This means that they have warm ocean waters and beautiful landscapes. Pre-pandemic in 2019, this country attracted more than 2.64 million tourists. And for all the people that have gone to this country to visit, of course, they have been very surprised by this country's beauties and delicacies, such as their food and their authentic and delicious pupusas. But we'll talk more about food later. And for those who don't know, this country has 23 volcanoes for an area of 8,124 miles square. So if you don't know what that means, if you don't know what that number means, I will tell you. 8,124 miles square means that El Salvador fits about 20 times in California alone. Yes, this is a very, very small country. Now, just imagine how many times El Salvador fits in the US. This country, due to its small size, has been given the nickname of the Tom Thumb of the Americas, or in Spanish, El Pulgarcito de América. Its population is around 7 million people, which makes it one of the most densely populated nations within the Central American region. Most of the country and its population is conformed by mestizos of European and indigenous descent. El Salvador has volcanic sand beaches, which means that the sand is very dark and beautiful. One of this country's most beautiful attractions are their waves, and this is why El Salvador has been selected multiple times for surfing competitions. And actually, this year, 2021, they will be hosting an event. This is a big deal. The event that they will be hosting are the 2021 ISA World Surfing Games, or also known as the International Surfing Association World Surfing Games, which were meant to take place last year, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the games got shut down. Okay, so let me talk more about this. These games are a big deal, like I mentioned before, because the country, El Salvador, has to show that they have the conditions, they have the hospitality, they have the waves, the weather, and everything that a country needs to host this worldwide event. And, for the surfers, this means that this is their last chance to qualify for the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. So if they want to attend the Olympics, they have to be the best of the best in these competitions. And you may be asking yourself, when are these games taking place? Well, these games are taking place in El Salvador from May 29th to June 6th. So if I convince you to go after this podcast and you decide to purchase your airplane tickets to El Salvador between May 29th and June 6th, you might be able to see and experience this World Surfing Games, which is a great experience for tourists. And, to go a little more in depth about this World Surfing Games, there are only 5 remaining slots for men to be earned and 7 for women. So, the athletes that go to this country to compete, they have to rank the highest possible for them to be eligible to go to the Olympics. So this country has so much more to offer, and you can find out more by listening to the next episode of this podcast. This was just a little taste of what you can expect from this podcast. I hope you like our introduction episode, and I'll be waiting for you on the next episode, in which we will continue with the facts about why this is a destination that should not be overlooked by you. Thank you for your time.